Welcome to the video, guys. You all know the vomit-inducing cringe that is the TikTok app. We dealt with NHS nurses dancing around like complete and utter idiots during the situation we have been dealing with for the past few months. I actually called out the vomit-inducing cringe that it was at the time, and many of you fully agreed with what I was saying. Thankfully, that trend appears to have disappeared like a fart in the wind, and I must say it is really great news because, like I said, it has to be the cringiest thing I've ever seen. Now, take that god tier cringe and couple it with the fact that this app is essentially run by the Chinese government or a Chinese company that could well be overtaken by the Chinese government at any moment. There are legitimate data and national security concerns that Donald Trump is rightly addressing, because if reports are to be believed today and what he said last night, then Trump is going to ban the Chinese video app in the US, as the BBC are reporting here. And apparently there are reports he could be doing it as soon as today, so I guess we won't actually have to wait very long to find out what he's doing. We could well see an executive order in the next 12 to 18 hours. President Donald Trump has announced he has banned the Chinese-owned video sharing app TikTok in the US. He told reporters he could sign an executive order as early as Saturday. US security officials have expressed concerns that the app, owned by Chinese firm ByteDance, could be used to collect the personal data of Americans. TikTok has denied accusations that it is controlled by or shares data with the Chinese government. The fast-growing app has up to 80 million active monthly users in America, and the ban would be a major blow for ByteDance, which obviously TikTok is going to deny accusations that it is controlled or shares data with the Chinese government, but we all know the Chinese government's laws and how businesses have to operate over there. It's not like they actually have a choice, let's be honest. As far as TikTok is concerned, we're banning them from the United States, Mr. Trump told reporters aboard Air Force One, and hopefully Boris Johnson will copy him on this and follow suit very swiftly after. Though, given the way the Tories have acted in recent weeks and months, I wouldn't bet your life on that is for sure. It was not immediately clear what authority Mr. Trump has to ban TikTok and how that ban would be enforced and what legal challenges it would face. Which obviously, I'm sure it would face some, but Donald Trump might well have the power. He can lay an executive order, which is what he actually plans to do. So, while I'm no expert on America, he may well have the power to do it. If not, he can certainly fuck up their day, which is obviously what he's trying to do in one way or another. Microsoft has reportedly been in talks to buy the app from ByteDance, but Mr. Trump appeared to cast doubt that such a deal would be allowed to go through. If the deal went ahead, reports say it would involve ByteDance shredding TikTok's US operations, because obviously Donald Trump wants every little bit of China's influence removed from it if he's going to allow it to stay in the US. If not, he will just outright ban it, or as this article points out, at least attempt to, which maybe he does have the power to do. A TikTok spokesperson declined to comment on Mr. Trump's mooted ban, but told US media outlets the company was confident in the long-term success of TikTok in the US, which obviously they're going to say they are trying to protect their share prices. They're not Elon Musk who will just nuke it from orbit, as is what Trump is trying to do here by this ban. The move to ban TikTok comes at a time of heightened tensions between the Trump administration and the Chinese government over a number of issues, including trade disputes and Beijing's handling of the coronavirus outbreak, or the complete lack of it, and constant lies along with the WHO, or should we call it now the Chinese Health Organization. You lot can all make your mind up. The platform has exploded in popularity in recent years, mostly with people under 20 who love the absolute cringiest bullshit you have ever seen in your life. They use the app to share 15-second videos that often involve lip syncing to songs, comedy routines, and unusual editing tricks. Now, I have seen TikTok's idea of comedy, and let me tell you, it's got nothing to do with comedy. It is not funny. It is just vomit-inducing cringe, and just says to me that the world is literally going to implode on itself with the level of stupidity that people are showing by consuming this level of fucking mind melt. I would consider watching the Teletubbies to be more mind stimulating than a TikTok video, that is for sure. These videos are then made available to both followers and strangers. By default, all accounts are public, although users can restrict uploads to an approved list of contacts, which I do have to say, most popular with people under 20 is one thing that they have kind of got wrong a little bit, it because it's more popular with people under the ages of like 15, making it a dirty nonce cunt's paradise, as I've said before in previous videos, which, if you ask me, is another reason why it should be banned, along with the fact that it could well be the Chinese government's means of collecting people's data both in the US and the UK. TikTok allows private messages to be sent, but this facility is limited to friends. The app is reported to have around 800 million active monthly users, most of whom are in the US and India. India has already blocked TikTok as well as other Chinese apps. Australia, which has already banned Huawei, and telecom equipment maker ZTE is also considering banning TikTok, which we all know how base the Australians can be. They might well go and do it even before Donald Trump does. You never actually know, though he did say he might do it today. We will have to wait and see. US officials and politicians have raised concerns data collected by ByteDance via TikTok may end up being passed to the Chinese government, which is always a concern when you're dealing with Chinese companies. TikTok operates a similar but separate version of the app in China known as Douyin. It says all US users' data is stored in the US with a backup in Singapore. Yeah, I'm sure they have access to it in China. I'm really not inclined to believe ByteDance or anything related to China given what's happened over the past few months. This week, TikTok told users and regulators it would observe a high level of transparency, including allowing reviews of its algorithms. We are not political, we do not accept political advertising and have no agenda. Our only objective is to remain a vibrant, dynamic platform for everyone to enjoy, the CEO of TikTok, Kevin Mayer, said in a post this week, which I'm sure will soon be put to the test since American conservatives may well go over there and test how politically neutral they are. We've all seen how 99% of big tech is far from politically neutral, so we will actually see what TikTok does, providing of course it doesn't get nuked from orbit by the God Emperor Donald Trump. Now, based on that, maybe we will see how politically neutral TikTok is, though I doubt we will if Donald Trump nukes it from orbit like he actually plans to. TikTok has become the latest target, but we are not the enemy. No, the Chinese government clearly are, and they're worried about your data sharing with them, which should always be a concern with a Chinese company for obvious reasons. Now, as you have all guessed, I am very happy that Donald Trump plans to ban this utter shit show that is TikTok. Like I said, it is god tier levels of vomit-inducing cringe. And while at the end of that article you heard them say they are politically neutral, I really do not believe this. Maybe some people need to jump over there and give it a try. Let's see how politically neutral they are, because I bet if you started saying stuff against the Chinese government, they certainly wouldn't remain politically neutral then, and eventually if you start talking about leftists, then they will go after you like most of the other social media platforms do. Like Tories and the Conservatives, big tech ends up being two cheeks of the same shit-covered arsehole. Now, before I go guys, remember the daily live stream has moved over to Twitch, so if you want to join me over there to chat in real time and just have a laugh, the link will be down in the video description along with the channel's other social media links.
There is a pattern consistent throughout history of oppressed people turning on the oppressors, slaves against their owners, the peasantry against the feudal barons, colonies, Mr. Verhofstadt, against their empires, and that is why Britain is leaving. And it doesn't matter which language you use, we are going, and we are glad to be going. We're off.